the honest reviewer. Okay, you know, usually from my first video, I said that I would be dealing with movies, right? Well, I'm reviewing a fanfic. A bad fanfic. I mean, shit. I can't handle this. I mean, it just sucks so much balls. I just can't believe I actually read it. And before you go shouting, leave a comment. I'm not trying to be like Bennett the Sage from EchoBus.com. I'm not trying to be like him, okay? I just want to do this review because I read this fanfic. I hate it so much. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm just expressing my anger through the video. So what am I reading? I am reading a Lion King fanfic called Lions in the Metal Jungle by Sin Dragon. Be afraid, my friends. Be very, very afraid. Okay, so let's begin this. Chapter 1, Lion in the House. Pride Rock. Mufasa sat on his hind legs as he looked out on his homeland, looking at all of his kingdom. Next to him was Sarabi, who had his little cub Simba between her paws, who smiled at her. As you see, son, everything you see is ours except the graveyards, Mufasa told his son, strongly remembering his escape with Shingini and Nala from the hayness. Simba replied to his father, putting his head down, Shane remembering as well. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason I'm sounding like William Shatner by now, because this asshole puts commas randomly in each sentence. They're all random. Seriously, everywhere. So get used to me sounding like William Shatner. Mufasa nods his head to his son, nuzzling him, and then his mate as well, while they all purr together, happily, as one happily family. Happily family? What the fuck? As the royal family were having this moment together, the sky was getting very dark for some reason. Yeah, reason. And lightning had started to hit many of the trees and even Pride Rock. What the hell is going on? Scar shouted as he and Zira just missed being hit by a lightning bolt. But he got that part right. I didn't get the first one. Everyone, get inside quickly! Mufasa roared to the Pride, pushing his maiden son to the cave. As they tried to make their way back, suddenly the wind had picked up extremely fast, and it was impossible to move against it. As Mufasa looked out to see what's going on, and he wished that he didn't, because in the dark sky was a whirlpool sucking animals into it. Ah! Little Nala screamed as she lost her grip of her mum, and the wind whisked her into the air. Oh yeah. Also, the reason that sounded so dull was because there's no exclamation mark at there. Nala! Safina screamed in terror, seeing her cub being whisked into the air. Zira saw this and jumped in mid-air as Nala flew past her, grabbing her in the muzzle. But as soon as Zira tried to land in the wind, pick up again, sending her into the air, into the whirlpool in the sky. Zira! Scar screamed, seeing his face disappear to the sky. Mommy! Nala cried, as she was scared deeply to what was happening to her. Zira tried to get a hold of anything to stop them from being sucked in, but sadly, it wasn't to be as soon they were pulled into the whirlpool and then disappeared. I know, this made no sense. No! Safina cried, as well as Sagini, seeing her sister gone, maybe for good. Before they could do anything, the wind blasted them all, making the whole Pride scream in terror, as they were whisked into the air, and towards the whirlpool in the sky. Hold one! Mufasa screamed to the pride. I don't know what that means. Zarabi bite on her mate's mane, holding Simba to herself, while Scar was spinning like the lioness as they got sucked into the whirlpool. Sabina had warped Sagini to her belly. Wait, warped her? You mean like time warp? Fuck it. As they were sucked into the whirlpool as well, Mufasa held on to his family before they got sucked in. He said 2 words to them. Stay together, Mufasa shouted to them. And with that, the Who Pride of the Pride Land were no all gone. But where to you ask? South Hemisphere, England, UK. What the fuck is this? Oh. I'm sitting, sighing on my sofa in my house, putting down the WWE Championship that I had just defeated Randy Orton in UK to win my first major title. What, now does this guy have William Shatner syndrome or something? I chuckled, be born and raised in England, and also doing my wrestling in UK, and at my family dungeon. Dungeon? Now we have a dungeon? By the way, that's 2 sentences already. Both of them have 3 commas, and they're all random. Fuck. I was a mixture of street fighter and submission wrestler, as I took my heavy steel lion chain of my neck, placing by the custom WWE title belt. Time to watch some Lion King! Seriously? Watch this Lion King in the spirit. I'm just... Okay, let's just get on with it. I said to myself, pressing play on the remote, as the screen displayed the Lion King and the famous tune came on. 1 hour later, I chuckled deeply, loving watching Lion King, my favorite movie of all time, as I watched many certain of the lioness, which I had a huge crush on since I was very young. Nala, I said to myself, looking at the adult version of Nala on screen. For some reason, the scream went funny, as I went up to see what was wrong with it. When I then saw something flying out of the TV and hitting me, knocking me out cold. 5 minutes later. Oh, Seriously, was that necessary to put in the story? I said, or tried to when I woke up from the crash, only to feel something pushing down on my neck. Top things. I heard a familiar voice growl at me, pushing harder. The boom boom. Adding the story too? I tried to stay as my vision was coming back, as I heard another voice. Auntie Zira, you can't talk if you won't let go, said the voice. With that, the person got off me, letting me breathe again. I gasped for breath, trying to get oxygen to my lungs. As I looked up to see, I thought it'd never be possible. In front of me was Zira, and the voice was little Nala. Speak. Why have you brought us here? And if you lie, I will rip out your thoughts. Rip out your thoughts? How does that mean? I mean, does her paw astro project into his brain and then just rip out his thoughts on the inside and just take it out? Zira snarled at me, arcing her fins and claws at me. As I looked in fear at my second page chatter from Lion King, who was real and my fave and crush, Nala was playing with my WWE title belt. Ew. I don't know how you got here, but I try and help you. What is he, a caveman now? I tried to say, through breaths. You better, or you be my next meal. Zero snarled at me, and if looks could kill, I would be road-killed. Road-killed? I felt knowing I was in deep shit, even though this was my dream come true. Okay, this is starting to get very, very perverted. Oh, and we're not even done yet. Yeah, that was just the end of the first chapter. We still have one more to go. Like I said before, be afraid. Be very, very afraid.